Italians in the house. One is Caterina Bortolussi, and then we also have Francesca Rosset. Together they make Kinabuti thick. Join us as we welcome them. You're welcome to Saturday Night.
Thank you.
And you too, you're welcome to Saturday Night. I noticed you didn't shake me with your right hand. What happened to you?
I be unpolite.
Oh, what happened to you?
A small accident.
Oh,
got burned.
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria. That was my mistake. I was a bit uncareful.
All right.
So.
Okay, don't worry. We'll take care of you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
No,
So you're welcome. They've been taking good care of you. Oh, good. I'm proud of Nigeria.
Yes.
Please be more careful. You're welcome to Saturday Night.
Thecla.
Yeah, Kinabuti. You've been here for 7 years, and she's been here for 4 years counting, and you've been here on the program as well.
Yes.
Yes, and want to know, I mean, for the benefit of those who are just meeting you guys for the first time, Kinabuti is a very big name. So you have to, yes, it is a big name. I mean, we'll be hearing about Kinabuti for a long time, you know.
Thank you.
For the benefit of the young ones and the old ones and the middle class, everybody, for the benefit of those who are watching the program right now, can you tell us a bit about Kinabuti?
For sure. Kinabuti is a fashion label, and what is special about it is that it's an ethical fashion label, so that we use fashion as a vehicle to create an impact in the communities where we operate. So we've done a lot of empowerment projects, capacity building, sanitation, concerts, motivational, especially in the Niger Delta. But we're also a fashion label, so we design collections and we participated to fashion shows in Nigeria, and so this is basically what we are, and we are an Italian Nigerian fashion label based in Lagos.
And you know, Italy, it's so much when it comes to fashion.
Yeah,
they're very good with jeans and all of those attires.
Very
good jeans.
Big
very good ones.
Yeah.
But you left all of that to come to Nigeria.
But actually it was Nigeria that inspired, to start the fashion label, because being a designer was always my dream as a little child. But I never thought it could become a reality. But coming to Nigeria, in February 2006, what I realized is that there was an amazing vibrancy, amazing opportunities, and this was the place where I would have wanted to start the fashion label. And I was so lucky that when I finally had the courage to start, my childhood friends, we have been knowing each other for over 20 years. She happened to be in Nigeria too, and so we united forces and we started Kinabuti. So I think that Kinabuti is a bit of a bridge from where we are from. So Italy, and all the attention to detail, the high fashion, La Moda, Cato, Milan, and where we are, Nigeria. So it's a bridge. It's a bit of of both.
Yeah, it's a bridge. I would like to cross that bridge,
So you can stay on the bridge.
I want to cross over. I want to cross over to the promised land. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nigeria is a promised land in many ways. So if you think about what's happening in the world at the moment, in terms of recession, in terms of a lot of negativity, people don't see opportunities in the Western world. And if you look at Nigeria, there is still a joyful life. There are still opportunities. It's not easy, but you still see that it's possible. So I think the world is kind of reversing, and there is more attention for this part of the world, in terms of music, in terms of film, in terms of fashion, the big fashion editor, Susie Menkes from the International Herald Tribune, she happened to be in Nigeria during the Lagos Design and Fashion Week. And this is something big, Vanity Fair, Italia, came to Nigeria to do a photo shoot where they feature different designers amongst, Kinabuti, and amongst the designers was also Kinabuti. So there is a lot of happening that we might not realize because we are here. But if you go through magazines from all over the world, what catches people's attention is always stories from Africa, and Nigeria, it's a very relevant player.
It's awesome hearing it from you. I mean, if it was a Nigerian saying it, we'd say, okay, we're blowing our trumpet. But for a foreigner coming in here and appreciating us for who we are, we say thank you so much.
Oh, we say thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. So, Francesca, you have been supporting Caterina forever. right? Because you have been her childhood friend, and you're not just a friend now, you're a partner. Yeah. So how's it been like
We're
for
sisters.
you? Oh, great, great. Yeah. Not from the same womb, though.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter. And our families are also very good friends. My mom and her mom, they do things together, and it's there is a lot of respect, you know, especially when you come from the same place, from the same values. Your families are a little bit like the same type of families, and we know each other for over 20 years, and we've always been friends. The thing is that I came to Nigeria, Caterina was already here, and she was telling me, you should come. You know, there are many opportunities, you should come here. And then I got a job, and they were supposed to send me somewhere else. And 2 weeks before traveling, they said, listen, we're sending you to Nigeria. So I said, okay, so that's, it means that I have to go to Nigeria, you know. Caterina's calling me there, and this job is sending me there. So I think it was God, you know, that I didn't know why, what was the purpose but I came. And I never left since.
You got stuck in here. So what are those things in Nigeria that has really endeared you to Nigeria and Nigerians?
Well, there is, as Caterina was saying, there are a lot of opportunities. It's for sure it's not an easy environment, but everything is possible, you know, with the right people, with the right synergies, with the right attitude. I believe everything is it's still possible here, and also it's the beauty of this place. And the fact that it's not that different from Italy, you know, it's. I always say to everybody that asks me that Italians are the Nigerians of Europe, and it's true. We're the same. We're brothers.
Can you explain that a bit? I'm a little bit intrigued.
Well, it's the way we live, the personalities that we have. We're very religious. You guys are very religious. The family, the thing of like sitting down and have a big lunch with all the family. These things we do and you do. The fashion. You guys love fashion. We love fashion. Food. We love food. You love food. It's also the way, in the good and in the bad. But we're the same type of people. We're the same.
The difference is the color.
Well, only difference. That's the only thing. Only thing.
And the hair.
I'm telling you.
And the hair. But the good thing about it is that I can buy your hair. You can't buy mine.
You think I will try?
Now, Kinabuti, yes. You've been in existence for how long now?
2 years.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
So what's the journey so far?
Well, it's been like challenging, but also it's been a beautiful journey. You know, like it's. I think that the good thing is that. I'm doing it with Francesca, and a lot of people support our initiatives, and not just here, but all over the world. So there's been a lot of positive visibility, you know, like on CNN about what we are doing, BBC, you know, like people are feeling it, and every time that you feel like, oh man, this is really getting difficult, something happens that lifts up your heart and say, okay, let's continue. So I don't think that any mission or vision that you want to implement in life, it's an easy journey. You know, nothing good is supposed to be, you know, like easy. So I'm very grateful, you know, like to do Kinabuti, you know, to design clothes, do our project, for our girls that are with us, you know, like for all the people that play a role, you know, like in Kinabuti.
So do you have like a fashion orientation when you talk about academics?
No.
Okay.
I studied very little. I studied business. And when I came to Nigeria the first time, 2006, then I left for a couple of months and I went to Milan to work with the fashion stylist and to study fashion. So I wouldn't say that, but we're still like, we have consultants that come, that we work with, you know, like, I think you never stop learning, you know. For me, you know, I'm learning while I'm doing it. I think that nobody is born as a master or as, you know, like a maestro. You just, you know, learn while you do it. That's how we're doing it.
When you say fashion, when it comes to you, what exactly comes to your mind?
An industry that can actually give jobs to a lot of people. That's what I think when I think about fashion.
Is it a passion that was transferred from Caterina to Francesca? Or it was something that was there already and you just tapped on it and you just leveraged on it?
I think it was a passion that came from Caterina, and I got.
You got the bug.
Yes, but I also think I've always been exposed to fashion in my life without looking for it. I went to FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, but I was not studying fashion. I was studying marketing and promotion. But I was very much exposed, and I work with different designers for their promotion, so. In my field, but in the fashion industry, so I think it was our passion, and then it was just something that I've been really exposed in my life. So,
and we're very complementary also in the way we do things, because maybe I'm more like the creative, deal with clothes, also the more impulsive, Francesca more like, rational, practical, organizing, behind the scene, fantastic production. So, I was reading this book about fashion houses, and they were talking about the big success story, also Armani, there was somebody in the background that it was his business partner. And when you have got that combination, that helps a success story, because you cannot be both creative, you cannot be both practical. You need that combination coupled with respect, like you respect each other's decision, and you support each other, because that in every success story you need years and a lot of patience for it to be. We're a very young and very small company, but you need that, like partnership to go through these years, until, you will create something solid and financially healthy.
So that's a good one. You're the brain box of Kinabuti. That's a very good one. So now, Nigeria, the Nigerian fashion trend. How can you describe it in your own words?
Okay, I would say that it's very colorful. It's very fresh. Then it depends, because there are different trends and there are different designers, and they all have their different peculiarity, their different style that you cannot compare. But I think there are a lot of talents, a lot of freshness that maybe you don't find some other places in the world.
So how fashionable is the Nigerian man and woman?
Very fashionable, very fashionable. As I was saying before, they're like Italians. They will never go out in the street if they're not well dressed. It's like Italians are famous in Europe because you will never see one of them not properly dressed, even if they're going to the supermarket. Well, Nigerian women are the same. You will always see, and it doesn't matter if they're dressing traditional or if they're dressing Western. They will always have the perfect ring, the makeup done, the good wrapped around, or everything will match. The shoes will, the bag. They're like well prepared, and the same thing as the men. I think that's also one of the reasons why this is a good place to be. Nigerians like fashion, very, very much.
What exactly do you work with? For your fabrics, the fabrics, and then the style. What exactly do you have in mind when you design?
I think that when people see our designs, they like it because they're very extravagant, but also very modern. At the same time, we use a lot of traditional fabrics. We use a lot of Vilisco, Ankara, so African prints, but we mix it. We always combine it with fabrics coming from other parts of the world, from Italy, from India, from Turkey, and we find that balance.
Okay, speaking of balance, don't you think sometimes, like some of the ones I've seen, some of your styles are quite daring?
Yes, we like to be daring.
Very daring, and you have dared so far.
I think that when you go out, you like to be different. You don't want to be dressed as every single other person, you know. Usually when you see fashion shows, you put on a fashion show the most, you know, like eclectic piece because it's a show.
Yeah.
And people, you have to get people's attention. But then when you come to the atelier, you see, you know, kaftans, you see, you know, pieces that can be worn, you know, like by any type of woman.
And every day.
Shade. Also because, let's be honest, very few women, although there are, you know, they have like a model size. But, you know, you have to cater for like women that they are beautiful. Also if, you know, like they have other shapes. So...
Okay, now you also have a project that's the bringing out the young ones, young beautiful ones from the oblivion into the spotlight. What exactly sparked up that initiative?
We got inspired by watching a movie, a documentary about photography, about a photographer. So that's how we got inspired that we could do the same with our, you know, fashion label. So that's why we decided to go into the communities in Port Harcourt, in the waterfront, and work with local girls and make them believe that they could be the dreams of becoming a supermodel, becoming an actress, or just, you know, earn a living and help their family. Just like we were realizing our dream of, you know, like establishing a fashion label that has got a heart, you know. And
So how far have you gone in that project?
Okay, well, it's an ongoing project. The project has different phases. So we started with the inspiration part of it, the interested girls, you know, young girls, and we made them models. We went then into like the second part of the project. We shot a documentary that went all over the world and talked about their story and meant to, you know, spread awareness about how a small project like this can make such a big impact, that everybody, you know, could actually do something to make a difference in other people's lives. And the documentary was shown in Chennai, was shown in Kenya, was shown in Verona, was shown during the Venice Film Festival, during the St. Louis Film Festival. We also did a photo exhibition that went to Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and now we started the empowerment phase, and we work with single mothers in the communities in Port Harcourt. So we taught them how to seal screening, so to do print on t-shirts, to print t-shirts and other elements, so they could earn a living, they could learn some talents.
It's very inspiring for a foreigner to come in here and spot, you know, something and say, okay, this is what I want to put into. I want to give back to society, not your society, but our society. For that, we say kudos and thank you so much for doing it well so far. How do you foot the bills?
It's not easy, but it's possible, and I think that also like the media, you know, like yourself has played an important role, you know, in sensitizing people.
Okay, so let me ask this question. It's a follow-up question on that. Is it the proceeds from your fashion exploration that you use in feeding this same initiative, the initiative you have?
We've got two organizations. One is a no-profit and one is a limited organization.
Okay.
And the limited, 10% of the revenues of the limited go into the no-profit to sponsor initiative. So far it's very difficult to strike a balance because, as I said, we are a young organization that's still trying to stand on their feet, you know.
Okay.
But that's our vision, you know, like that the profit sponsors the no-profit.
Okay, so the 10% for the non-profit and then the 90%.
Yeah, well, we still have to look at the 90% because it's not really there. Not there.
We're working toward it. It will come soon.
I can become your accountant.
Nice.
You know?
Please, we need it.
I can become your accountant and then help you spread it and maybe spread some to my side if you know what I mean.
No problem. You know, the revenues take time before they come, so you need years and years and years to establish a solid and healthy finances. So, you know, we are patient like that because we believe in what we're doing and believe that it's got solid foundation. But it's not easy.
I know.
Yeah.
God will make it easier.
Amen.
God will make it easier. So on a final note, you guys have been in Nigeria for so long, right? So how well do you know Nigeria in terms of the culture and traditions here?
Well, I think very
Francesca
well.
speaks some Yoruba, eh?
Well,
Francesca
very
speaks
well.
some Yoruba.
Try me.
Shedadani. Bawoni.
Fine.
To answer. Oh, dabo. Eshe, Ekason, Ekaro. That's all I know.
Oh, that's all you know.
Nothing.
What about you?
Oh, me forget it.
Nothing.
No, because me I was living. No, forget it.
And she's been here for how long? You've been here for.
Me, I learned French because I have to speak. I don't know. I was trying to learn Hausa at one point when I was living in Abuja. I lived in Abuja for 2 years. But my Hausa teacher disappeared after the first lesson. Me, I'm not sure what happened out there.
You just said maybe there was no potential. There's no
Yeah, I even thought it was so easy because it reminded me of Italian. After the second lesson, it didn't show up anymore.
No,
For me,
no.
Yoruba sounds like Italian. Like sometimes when they tell me a name and I repeat it, like, "Ah, you have a perfect pronunciation." It's because I just say it with Italian accent and it comes perfect.
So are you saying there's a bit of similarity between the Yoruba
The
language?
accent, yeah.
And,
Yes, yes.
She's trying to sell you the Italo-Nigeria connection.
I'm telling you.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, I feel it.
So about food and all of that, what's your favorite?
Moi moi.
Still moi moi.
Still moi moi.
Still moi moi. The last time it was akara.
I prefer moi moi now.
You prefer moi moi
Yeah, me
now?
too. I like moi moi.
You like moi moi. What
And
about
plantain.
eba?
It's too heavy. It's too heavy.
It's too heavy.
Too heavy.
And fufu?
Fufu, which one is fufu?
It's when the one with plantain, no?
No, the one you mold this one as well.
Yeah.
You mold this one. You wrap it up and you put it in the soup.
Is it not more Ghanaian fufu?
Okay, you've even tasted Ghanaian fufu.
Uh-huh.
You have. And
I
you
like
it?
it.
You like it?
I
And your
think
favorite soup?
Pepper soup, but not with so little pepper.
Holy Moses.
Holy Moses. We need to
Are you
focus on
serious?
Kinabuti.
So you're single.
Single.
You're single. And Francesca is still single. And still available. It's a network television.
We're
And it
sending
goes
a
all the way. You're sending the message.
Somebody good from Francesca.
Somebody go for Francesca.
No,
What
me,
about Caterina?
I'm fine. Me, I need
You're
to focus
fine.
on Kinabuti.
Just focus on
She's
Kinabuti.
focusing.
Okay, we'll look for a very handsome. What are qualities you want from a man?
She likes handsome.
Handsome man.
Yeah.
Tall,
like,
short,
tall.
tall. What else you want?
Athletic.
I think, yeah, but I think it's more about the personality.
Hey,
Must
what
be
are
a
the
good
personalities?
person.
Okay, what are the
Yeah,
things
good
you want from
person,
a man?
Respectable, and but also funny. Also, that might make me laugh, because if not, it's boring.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Okay, any particular field?
No, I don't want to
Can
restrict.
become a doctor, a broadcaster,
Yeah,
even a farmer.
yeah.
Farmer
Doesn't
is
matter.
good. Farmer is good.
Are you serious?
We come from the farm.
Okay, so you just add that to your resume.
No problem.
And you?
No,
What's
me,
your
I'm
ideal
fine.
man?
No, me, I'm fine.
You're fine.
Very fine.
Just want to be single for now.
Very focused. Yes, on Kinabuti.
On Kinabuti. And she can have the distraction. But you
You
need a bit of focus because she's the brain box. If she falls in love now, then...
No. She keeps the focus. She's very focused. Don't worry.
All right, so viewers, Francesca is still available and she's looking for that one man who will turn her life around, turn her head around, but still keep the Kinabuti dream intact. All right, it's been a pleasure having you guys on Saturday night. Here's wishing you the very best as you go on. And I'm hoping against all odds that you don't change your mind and say, okay, you're taking this dream all the way back to Italy.
No. We're staying.
We're
You're
staying
giving
here.
us the assurance on national television
Yes.
that you're
Amen.
stuck here with us.
Exactly.
You're one of us now.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Very soon you become Nigerians. You just
We are already.
you have
You
you
said to
Already.
her that she was so Nigerian. Don't you remember?
you change your citizenship now.
We're working on that.
We need more years.
But inside we are.
You are Nigerians. Okay, so on that note, we say thank you so much for coming on
Thank
Saturday
you.
night.
Thank you,
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you. Yeah, so viewers, on that note, we say thank you so much for staying tuned till Saturday night. Until next week, it's been Saturday night. Have a pleasant night.